You've been indicted. It's very, very, very scary. You have a lot on your plate. Do you know how to handle it? Well, we do at Attorney 911. Listen in, and we're going to tell you how to help yourself.
Welcome to Attorney 911, the podcast, with attorney Ralph Manginello. Let's get some answers to the most asked questions. We break down the legal issues and provide expert advice to help you navigate life's legal challenges. You might even call us your first responder to a legal emergency. Up next, real-world cases, valuable insights, and practical tips you can use today. It's time to get smart like a lawyer.
When you've been indicted, that means that you're facing felony charges. That means jail time, your loss of freedom, possibly loss of your family, your job, your car, everything that you know. So we understand here at Attorney 911 that's very, very serious. But just because you've been indicted does not mean you're guilty of a crime, obviously. And I say that obviously because most people think, well, I've got these felony charges against me, I'm automatically going to prison. You're not automatically going to prison. You have a right to fight for yourself. You have the right to hire an attorney. There are options. One of those options is maybe you were charged with a very serious felony, but in actuality, once the facts get sorted out in the law, you really committed some lesser offense that you can be charged with, that can redo the indictment or information, and you may be able to get your case resolved by either pleading to a lesser offense that you know you are guilty of, or getting your lawyer to drop it down and get it resolved that way. The other thing is you may obviously also be innocent of the crime. If you didn't do it, but you were charged with it, you'll have to hire an attorney, tell them about what happened, and let them help you, navigate the law and the facts to get your case resolved that way if you're innocent of the crime. The other thing is there are other options. There's deferred adjudication. If you've never committed a crime before, or even if you have prior crimes, you talk to your lawyer, discuss those, and if you are eligible, sometimes the criminal defense attorney can talk to the district attorney's office and make an agreement to where you're not going to prison, you are pleading guilty for the crime under deferred adjudication, but you are allowed to be on probation. As long as you do the things that you're supposed to do on probation, you'll be let off the probation and those charges can be dismissed. So again, you would be facing prison time in that scenario. There's also a straight probation. If you were to be guilty of the charges that you are charged with, and you decide that you have no way of fighting the crime after speaking with your lawyer, and you could always enter a plea agreement with the state of Texas, the district attorney's office, that says, yes, I did this crime, but I am an upstanding member of society. I have children I need to take care of. I have a job. I have all these responsibilities. Allow me to be on probation for a period of time. I will do everything the state asked me to do during my probation. And then you'd be out of prison, but you would still be guilty of the crime. It would still be on your record, but you wouldn't have to go to prison during that probationary time period. Now, under both of those scenarios, if you screw up, you may go to prison. You're going to go back in front of the judge. The judge's going to say, why didn't you do A, B, C, or D? Or why did you break the law while you were out on a probation from my court? And if the judge decides that you're no longer someone that they want to allow on probation, then they can put you in prison. So if you get either of those two first options, you have to do what you're supposed to do. You have to keep a job. You have to take care of your responsibilities, and then obviously the third option is always to go to trial. If the state has charged you with something and the options are you either plead guilty or you go to trial on it because you didn't do it, or you have evidence that you think refutes the state's evidence, you can always go to trial. So those are your options when you've been indicted. Always talk to a qualified attorney, criminal defense attorney when you've been indicted. These are serious charges that I explained. And if you ever need help, always call Attorney 911. If we can't help you, we'll find you soon.
You just learned something new. Attorney 911, the podcast, with attorney Ralph Manginello. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode, and share it with family and friends who might benefit from the things we talk about. A new podcast launches every week. That means you get more legal tips, real-life cases, and expert advice. This is Attorney 911, the podcast.